Hello, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Welcome to my channel, Into the Bliss. My name is Carey Lee. I am honored to have you here with me today on this lovely Sunday. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Anyway, don't mind me. I do get a little silly at times, but I'm actually I'm very studious and serious inside. Anyway, today is something really special. I'm trying something new out. I always do medicine wheel spreads for myself personally. I've never really done one for anyone else or the collective, but I just felt called to, work with our ancestors today and do this medicine wheel spread. I've already actually pulled the oracle cards for the spread. What I'm going to do is go in and clarify with tarot, but I'm using this deck today. Absolutely gorgeous deck, mystical shaman oracle, right? And so a little bit about the medicine wheel before I get going is literally it's using the directions north, south, east, and west, right? So essentially what the wheel is going to show us in the south, it's going to show us a wound that we need to go in and do a little bit of a little deep dive internally and, feel it, to heal it, to release it, right? You've got to get in there and let go of that old wound, make room for the new stuff that's coming in, right? And then in the West is about letting go of an old story that you tell yourself. You know what I mean? And so we'll dive into that. And then the North is about what inner wisdom do you need to unearth to discover the jewels, to discover the nuggets of love, the nuggets of knowledge that you need to move forward on your path, right? And so the last card, this is the card of the East. This is going to reveal that if you can, adequately move through those first three lessons, it's going to reveal what your destiny may look like. So with that being said, let's get after it, shall we? So the first card that we've got, and this is in the South, when you see me looking over here, I've got some notes jotted down because, my 50-year young brain needs a little assistance, okay? And I give myself that assistance. Anyway, beautiful card. The card of the South, this is the wound that you need to heal. This is the counsel. Okay, so we've got number 11, which may resonate with you. 11 is a powerful master number in the world of numerology. It's usually correlated to those that are on the spiritual path in this lifetime. It can also mean that you're just really shooting and aiming hardcore for your life's purpose, your life's mission, whatever that is. But it is typically connected to those that are on an awakening journey of some level, whether you are desiring to actually have a spiritual awakening or you're actually in the throes of an actual awakening. So anyway, what the council is, think of the council as benevolent beings that pretty much just have they hold all of the collective wisdom of humanity. Okay, these are the folks that you're going to do your life review with at the end of your life in this life. Okay, and so the council is here to tell you the wound that you need to let go of is that you don't trust yourself. You already know what this is about. You know what this reading is about if you're watching this reading. Okay, there's something that you have been blocking, a calling of sorts, a calling in your career, a calling in your love life, a calling in your personal life, a calling in your spiritual life that you've been denying because you don't trust yourself. I'm here to tell you on behalf of the council, you need to let it go. It's time to go in. It's time to go to the places within yourself, whether you feel unlovable, whether you feel not worthy, whether it's time to get ready to love. It's time to get ready to forgive yourself, forgive others. you've got to make peace with this internal wound, probably usually stemming around some type of a limiting belief, in order to move on and progress on your journey. You've got to let yourself love yourself, okay? You've got to forgive self, forgive others. And I mean sincerely, genuinely forgive. Forgiveness does not mean you are excusing someone of the wrongs that they've done, including yourself. You're not excusing it. You're forgiving in order to just release it. Because why hold on? Why hold on to bitterness, resentment, anger? Like these are such low vibrational emotions and feelings, literally just going to drag you down and keep you down, which means you'll then just attract nothing but yuck. And I know you don't want that. You know what I'm talking about. You've been denying whatever calling it is that you're denying, and the council is asking you to please stop denying that, to trust yourself. Okay? So when we move into the West, the story that you need to stop telling yourself, this is the hunter. Okay? So the hunter never takes more than what they need from this earth, first and foremost. Okay? They methodically plan out their hunts, their hunting journeys, right? And they map out the areas where they're going to go do the hunting, right? They're okay with coming back empty-handed if necessary. Okay, they're okay with that because they know that they have another opportunity to go back out and hunt again. All right. So what this is telling you, the story that you need to let go of, is about codependency. You have everything that you need. You're perfectly capable. You're ready. You are 100% ready to take on whatever it is that you've been putting off. Okay? 100% ready for this. It's time for you to forge your own path. And I know that sounds scary, especially if you have limiting beliefs that need to be released, those old wounds that need to be released. This has to be released first. Then you move on to this. It's time to rewrite your story. Codependency is the belief that you feel like you need somebody to take the lead and you'll just follow. You are avoiding conflict. You are avoiding standing in your truth. You're avoiding letting yourself being seen, right? I see you. I see you. It takes one to know one. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? So I don't speak from like, oh, it's a textbook type thing. I speak from experience, personal experience. I speak from experience in working with people that have gone through the same thing. And I'm here to tell you, you have everything you need to knock this out of the ballpark. You don't need anybody else except for you. You need to formulate true self-love, true belief in yourself, okay? Confidence, self-worth, self-respect, right? You've got it. You've got it. It's time to rewrite that story. We'll dive into that a little bit deeper. The third one here, and this is going to be our north. This is the inner wisdom that you must acquire. You must unearth within yourself. And so this is the seer, okay? Again, you already know what I'm talking about because the seer is gifted. The seer has been blessed with immense spiritual gifts. The seer has the gift of very sharp, clear, undeniable intuition. The seer has been gifted with a multitude of clairs. It could be a clairvoyance, claircognizant, clairsentience, clairaudience. You could have all of them. You could have one of them. Okay? But these are gifts that have been given to you that it is time for you to step up and embody this. Embody these gifts. Learn how to use these gifts. Sorry, guys, my camera. Learn how to hone in and utilize these gifts to heal yourself first. Okay? And then you can take that knowledge and pass it on and share it with others and use those gifts as you were meant to be of service to humanity on some level. Okay, I really feel like this is speaking to someone or a collective out there that is extremely resistant on accepting the spiritual path in their life. And hey, if that's something that you choose not to do, that's okay. That's okay. It's just really, you've got to make a choice one way or another. You know what I mean? So the east direction is all about completion. This is giving me the world card vibes, like big time. Okay. 9 is also in numerology about cycles ending. Okay. So what this is saying, this is about your destiny. What this is saying is you have an entirely new life. You have a new life, a new, wonderful, glorious, gifted, abundant life waiting for you to just claim it and own it. And all you have to do is believe in yourself, believe in your gifts, believe that you are 1000% capable of taking that idea, formulating the steps, the action steps to take to bring that idea to fruition, right? And then executing it all by yourself. I'm not saying that you can't collaborate with people, all right? I'm just saying that it's your path. It's your creation. It's your map it's your roadmap that you're mapping out, right? So, yeah, that's what we've got on that. Let's pull a couple cards and just see what we've got in terms of like any additional advice on that, shall we? All right, Spirit, show me anything. Give me some additional advice on the council. What does this collective need to know about the council? Any additional advice? The council, trusting, using your inner senses, which is pretty much your intuition, listening to your heart and not your logical mind, right? Allowing your heart to tell you, your soul is your heart to tell you what your next step is. Okay. Okay. Doesn't surprise me. So the 7 of Swords comes out. Now, typically, we're talking about someone lying to you, someone pulling the wool over your eyes. But in this case, it's you. It's you. You're self-deceiving yourself. You're telling yourself stories that are not true. And it's not your fault because somewhere down the line in your life, someone told you that story or they made you feel that about yourself. And so you started to believe it. You didn't question it. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell you it's time to bust away from pulling the wool over your own eyes, okay? No. You are intuitive. You are gifted. It's not, I know like when you first start coming into those things, it's like, what's going on here? Like, this isn't me. Like, no. Yes, it is. It is. I promise you that. Let me get a card for the hunter. Let me get a card for this collective about the stories that they're telling themselves. What else do they need to know about the stories that they're thank you, Spirit. Ooh, okay. The Tower. Okay, like it says at the bottom, transformation, right? So this is something that the Tower is pretty much just one of those things where the universe is like, okay, TikTok, baby, we have given you time. We've given you ample time to try to work through whatever it is that you're trying to work through. And, you know, divine timing is divine timing, and they have a plan, and it's the train has already left the station. The train has already left the station, okay? There's no turning back. You're not turning a train around when it's in full speed ahead, right? Don't be afraid of the Tower. The Tower can be swift. The Tower can be painful. It can be uncomfortable. But you need to focus on what happens after the Tower. And that's like rebirth. And that's like a new opportunity, new beginnings. Okay. So basically, whatever is causing you to think, whatever is causing you to sit in this codependent state, it's being taken away from you. You've got two choices here. You can resist the tower and fight it and just, avoid, deflect, push, force, whatever. But you're just going to make the process worse for yourself. You know what I mean? The one thing that we can all count on in this life is change. Change is inevitable. It's going to happen. But if you can just come to a place and tell yourself, you know what? It's just change. I'm safe. Everything always ends up working out for my best and highest good anyway, right? So just embrace it, surrender to the change, surrender to the tower, and let go, okay? Let's find out what we need to do in terms of the seer. What's holding back our collective from accepting their gifts? What's holding back our collective from accepting their gifts? Thank you, Spirit. Show me what is holding them back. What can they do to unlock and unleash their gifts? She blinded me with science. I don't know why that song. She blinded me with science. Near. Oh my God, that's such a crazy. I can't even remember the name of the band of that song, but yeah, wow. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, so what you need is to be brave. The Strength card, okay? The calm in the chaos, all right? So that card is telling you you're stronger than you think. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. You've always been stronger than you give yourself credit for, okay? So I promise you 1000%, if you take the time and really go in and do the inner work, it sounds like an inner child needs a little bit of healing somewhere. You know what I mean? You heal that core wound, then you can actually deal with the ruminating stories that you're telling yourself, okay? And then just breathe, be the calm in the chaos, and allow yourself the gift of exploring and learning how to really hone in on these gifts. It's a beautiful thing. So let's go ahead and clarify completion for this collective. What can they look forward to? Oh, that wasn't even a hesitation. Okay. Judgment, action, taking the action. Judgment card is about, again, self-forgiveness. It's about reflecting on, where you've been, forgiving self, forgiving others. It's also about celebrating the wins, big or small, okay? This is also a symbol of the awakening process. So, I'd like to say that if any of you are out there and you're really hesitant or you're nervous or you're scared about embracing that process, please reach out to me. I'm by no means an expert by any means, but I am also in the throes of my own spiritual awakening, hence why I am here on the channel doing this. I answered the calling I had been denying. I'm going to share, I relate to this. I have denied my calling since birth. As a very small kid, my gifts were popping, they were wide open, and I didn't realize it at the time because no one in my family really embraced that aspect of spirituality, which is okay, whatever. My point is, I didn't know what was going on. I was having what I interpreted and perceived as the most horrible nightmares. I was also having visions. I was hearing things. I had pretend friends, and sounds and things were always my dad and my brother, just like die hard freaking sports fans, right? And if there was a football game going on, or God, I could never forget if there was St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs are playing. Oh my God, we love both teams in our family, but boy, did it get loud in the house. These men are like, ah! But my little clairaudient ears were like, ah! Everybody just thought I was a big crybaby. Stop crying. What are you crying for? What are you upset for? Suck it up, buttercup. No. Nobody, including myself, realized that I had all of these gifts and that I just was super, super sensitive. Like Spidey sense is sensitive. So, anywho, I'm rambling. I know. I'm just trying to connect with you. I feel like if you know that you're not alone in this, that like, yes, it's possible. Like I denied my gifts for most of my life. You know what I mean? But I'm in that process now. I'm in my awakening process. I've, made peace with the gifts. I'm not afraid anymore. And I am embracing the path. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to be of service in any way that I possibly can. Let's go ahead and end this with an oracle card, shall we? I love Rebecca Campbell's cards. This is her, the Starseed Oracle. Spirit, any last messages for our collective about their path? I gotta fix that on my camera, it's so annoying. Anyway, what is the final message for this lovely, beautiful collective? What do they need to know for their best and highest? Perspective. Zoom out, look at the bigger picture. Look how tiny Earth looks in that glorious cosmic sky. It's just to let you know that, like, if you can take your ego out of the equation, if you can take yourself out of the equation and allow yourself the gift of liberation, of freeing yourself from worrying about what other people think, what they're going to say, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Ask yourself this, what you're worrying about in this moment, is it going to matter 5 minutes from now? Is it going to matter 5 hours? Is it going to matter 5 years? Is it going to matter on my deathbed? That's even better. It puts things into perspective. What kind of a legacy do you want to leave in this world? When you're on your deathbed and looking back, and I'm not trying to be morbid, I mean, this is like something to kind of like figure out where you're headed in your life, right? But think about yourself on your deathbed. What could possibly be going through your mind at that time? Do you really want to be in a situation where you're swimming in regret because you didn't take that risk? Caroline Myss, I love her. She's amazing. If you don't know who she is, I highly recommend you look her up on YouTube. Her last name is spelled M-Y-S as in Sam, S as in Sam. Amazing, amazing spiritual thought leader. I've learned so much from her in such a short time. She had a speech that she did on TED Talks called Choices That We Make. Wow. Mind-blowing, game changer. I'm getting goosies right now. One thing that she said in that speech that really stood out to me is take risks, be in the newness, and not afraid of it. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope that this message brought you some type of hope, some type of healing and inspiration. Again, if you need any advice, please feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment. You can email me. If you found that this was helpful to you in any way, I would love, and appreciate a like and a subscribe and a share if you're feeling called. So much love to you all. Happy Sunday. Please go out and immerse yourself in Mother Gaia and smile, be happy. At the end of the day, perspective. Take care.